It's 4 o'clock in the morning and Jesus wakes up. Why? Because he knows there's a storm coming. So he wakes up, calls his disciples and says, "Hey, let's get in the boat and go over to the other side of the lake." And they're like, "Okay, let's do this." So they take Jesus in the boat and they begin to cross over to the other side of the lake. And then what happens? The wind begins to rise, the waves begin to crash, and the boat begins to fill with water. And the disciples are like, "Oh no, we're gonna die." They look over and they see Jesus sleeping. They're like, "Hey, wake up, Jesus. We're dying. We're gonna die." So Jesus wakes up, looks at them and says, "For words that change everything, why are you so afraid? Have you not yet believed?" He speaks to them, rebukes them for their lack of faith, and then does something really crazy. Mark says he got up, rebuked the wind, rebuked the waves, and they ceased. He then spoke to the disciples and said, "Hey, why are you so afraid? Do you not have faith in me?" And they were filled with great awe, and they said, "Who is this that even the winds and the waves obey him?" And he said to them, "Because you have so little faith, I have given you an assignment to build your faith. That's why I allowed the storm to come." Today, I want to talk about what Jesus did in the boat, because sometimes we get in the boat with Jesus and we like, "Let's do this thing." But then, once we start moving forward, all of a sudden, the storms of life arise. Maybe it's anxiety, maybe it's fear, maybe it's uncertainty about the future. Maybe you just got done with work or school, and now you have to figure out how you're gonna pay your bills. Maybe you're re-single, and you're re-wondering when you're gonna meet the person that you're gonna marry. Maybe you're married, and you're wondering if your marriage is ever gonna get any better. Maybe you're struggling with the sin of pornography. Maybe you're struggling with the sin of gluttony. Maybe you're struggling with some kind of addiction. Whatever the storm is in your life, the enemy will cause that storm to come and then attack you in the middle of it. But the good news is that Jesus is in the boat with you. If you can just fix your eyes on him, he will calm the storm. But you have to remember 3 things. No. 1, when the storm hits, don't panic. Don't start freaking out. Instead, call on the name of the Lord. Put your trust in him. Take your faith in him. No. 2, don't attack Jesus in the middle of the storm. Don't be like the disciples and be like, "Hey Jesus, wake up, save us, we're dying." Instead, put your focus on Jesus. Look to him and say, "Jesus, help my unbelief." And then, number 3, when Jesus calms the storm, you have to realize that he has given you an assignment. He has given you an assignment to build your faith. When the wind and the waves obeyed Jesus, the disciples were amazed, and they asked Jesus, "Who is this that even the winds and the waves obey him?" And he said, "Because you have so little faith, I have given you an assignment to build your faith. That's why I allowed the storm to come." So, whatever storm you're facing right now, whether it's anxiety, fear, uncertainty, doubt, whatever it is, when Jesus calms that storm, I need you to realize that he's given you an assignment. Don't sit there and be like, "Oh man, I can't believe I was so scared. Why did I let myself get so scared? I gotta get my act together." No, he calmed the storm so that you would get your act together, okay? He calmed the storm so that you would be strengthened and encouraged, okay? He calmed the storm so that you would know that he is who he says he is, and that he loves you more than you can possibly imagine. So I need you to get up, get out of the boat, and do what Jesus has called you to do. Whatever that thing is that you've been putting off, whether it's going and talking to that person that you want to talk to, whether it's going and asking for that raise, whether it's going and starting that new business, whether it's getting your finances in order, whatever it is, get up, get out of the boat, and do what Jesus has called you to do. And by the way, this is one of the reasons why we do church like this. We do church not because we're trying to reinvent church, but because we want to reach people who feel like they in a storm, and we want them to know that Jesus is in the boat with them, and we want to encourage them to get up and do what Jesus has called them to do. I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, make sure you get connected to a small group. Small groups meet every week and they go through our curriculum, which teaches you how to walk with Jesus. Number 2, I want you to download the YouVersion app. I want you to download the audio plan for Mark, the entire book of Mark, and I want you to listen to it. Mark is the shortest gospel. It will take you about 30 minutes a day for the entire book. And I promise you this, as you listen to the audio plan, you will hear Jesus speak to you. And then lastly, I need you to give us a thumbs up if you've never given us a thumbs up before. We want to be able to reach more people with the gospel, and we want to be able to encourage more people in their walk with Jesus. So, if you've never given us a thumbs up before, please do it now. God bless you.